Hey, how's it going? I have tried a whole bunch of different trucks, and I've been using them for quite a while now, so I think I have, enough experience to talk about them, and I'll share my thoughts with them. First things first, you may notice one brand is going to be missing, and that is going to be Blister Trucks. Long story short, he was sent the wrong kingpins, and that's what he shipped everything out with. Well, I had gripped a board with some of this grip tape, it was the engraved catfish, it was on the catfish deck, and I can't swap out the kingpins without tearing the sheet off, and I don't want to do that. So I lost all interest in trying those trucks and getting more in the future, so they won't be in this video. So yeah, I understand, very disappointing for the people that have been asking me to check out these blister trucks, but I have zero interest in those trucks. So for starters, all the trucks, looks-wise, that is very subjective. I think they all look fine. Some are very different. Some pretty standard, I would say. But we'll start off with talking about what I'm pretty sure is going to be everyone's first truck, which are going to be what is known as China trucks. These ones, they are very inexpensive, come in a whole bunch of different colors. For the majority, I think they come in 32 and 34. I don't know if they come in 36 or like really wide. But with these ones, they're going to be between, I've seen them anywhere from like $7 to $15. But with these, you definitely do get what you pay for. They feel very light on some of them, and some other ones, they feel really heavy. I don't know if they're made in a different factory or there's just some weird inconsistencies when it comes to that. However, the axles and the kingpin stick out very much with these ones. So if you like quiet fingerboarding like me, where you're fingerboarding on a table, or you're fingerboarding on like wooden obstacles, actually just fingerboarding in general, there's a pretty good chance you're going to scratch up whatever you're using. So that is something to take into consideration when getting some China trucks. But I mean, we've all been there. That's, for the most part, everyone's first truck. So up next are going to be the other China trucks. These are going to be called Eureka trucks, and these ones were like the second gen or the new wave of China trucks. They all started coming out looking like this. These ones, I would say, are a significant improvement over the old China trucks. These ones, they'll run between $15 and $30. Not the Eureka trucks, but like the Eureka trucks are $30 is what I've seen them for, and then the, I guess, lookalikes, bootlegs, whatever they're called, those ones more on the $15 to $20 range. But this one, these, I've only seen them in the inverted kingpin style, so that kind of took care of the kingpin snagging with the old China trucks. However, what is still there is the axles. The axles stick out much more than they do on this one. So I just threw on some like really wide wheels, and it did take care of that problem. Or you can do another thing, which is use the washers that come in the level up bushings. Those fit perfectly on the axles, and it'll make enough space to where the axle barely sticks out. Yeah, these ones you need to do a little bit of work if you want them to feel just right, I guess. And up next are going to be the best trucks to come out of China, which are going to be the Obsius trucks. These ones, I think, kind of have like the most unique shape to them, like how the hanger is designed. These do have an inverted kingpin style, and they are very heavy. I think UAGs are a little bit heavier, but these trucks, they feel very solid. I haven't had any issues with these at all. I've set up these rainbow ones and some purple ones. So these ones, they do have a ton of colors, and they come in 32 and 34. Currently, they are on the V2s. These are the V1s. When I got these ones, like, later that night, they announced the V2s. So I was like, oh, dang. Well, I'll check out these V1s anyway. So yeah, I've been using the V1s, and I haven't had any issues with these ones at all. I know at the beginning they were having all sorts of issues, but from what I heard, they took care of everybody, so good on them. I want to say they're about $45 if I remember correctly. So yeah, solid truck. And speaking of UAG, these ones are going to be from Japan. These, their size, I think they only come in the one size, which is going to be a 33.5. These trucks, they sit pretty high, and like I said on the obvious one, they are very heavy. I do like how high the hanger sits, like when compared to the Kingpin. I haven't really snagged on anything with these ones, even though they kind of feel and look like they would. The stock bushings, they're very, very soft. Very, very soft. But I threw a set of level up bushings and they work just fine. These ones, they only come in silver and either polished or not polished. And these are going to be about 55 bucks. These ones, I know you can get them from their website and a few other websites. They'll carry them. And normally they'll sell either just a hanger or the full truck. So there's that. So my overall thoughts with these UAGs, I don't know, they're solid. I think they're just fine. I'll use them on boards that aren't 34 or 32. They're between 34 and 32. So 33s. I'll use them on 33s. So like Cali, UAG, flat face. I'll use them on those boards. Right now I'm using the UAG because I haven't used the UAG board in a while. So yeah. Up next are going to be these trucks from Poland. These are going to be SB trucks. They're kind of hard to get a hold of. He does do them in drops and they're going to be like a small number each drop. When I got these ones, the only size he had available were 33 millimeters wide, but I still wanted to give them a shot. They're very solid. They come in this really nice little box and I think that looks really, really cool. These ones, the bushings that it comes with, they're very soft, but really responsive. I still threw level up bushings because I do like level up bushings. And they work just fine. The price on these ones, they're going to be 45 euros and they only come in the silver and they come in 32 to 35. So 32, 33, 34, and 35. Overall, I really like these trucks as well. And it is something really good to have, like in comparison to other decks where they only come in 33s. Like this one, I have it set up on the Genius. And as far as weight goes on those ones, they are, I would say, I guess on average, like where your Black River trucks and Dynamics are. Up next are going to be Y trucks. These ones are made in Portugal. The price is going to be between $50 and $60. The only sizes I saw with these ones are going to be either 32 or 34, and they do come in a bunch of different colors. You can like even mix and match like the base plates and the hangers. Something that I do feel like I should bring up, you will get one of these Y tools. Do not lose this tool right here. I mean, I guess it didn't really matter for me. I swapped out the hardware like ASAP. As soon as I saw this tool, I swapped out those hardware because I am not going to be using the little Torx thing screws. I did not like them at all. I don't like this Kingpin either, but with the base plate, it will not, like no other Kingpin will fit. So like this truck, you're using this truck. Like it doesn't even really play well with other bushings or basically anything. I haven't run into any wheels that don't fit this one. So yeah, you can at least use different wheels. But I mean, as far as the trucks go themselves, they feel just fine. The weight of them, I don't know, average. You're going to hear me say that a lot. When it comes to the weight, I guess my fingers aren't sensitive enough to feel the weight difference unless it's something very significant. That's when I'll say like it's either heavier, medium, or light. I guess that's the best way that I could put it because I don't have a scale to weigh these. Light, medium, heavy. That's how I'm going to put the weight on them. But yeah, Y trucks. Solid, but they don't play well with many other things. Up next, and I'll just touch on these very, very lightly. These are the trucks that you get from the Tech Deck Pro series. I'm pretty sure they are just like a different version of China trucks. There's cheaper ones out there since they don't sell these by themselves. They're 70 bucks. Do not pay 70 bucks for these trucks. The board, I don't hate the shape on it, but that's for another day. We'll talk about that board at some point. Next are going to be these caramel trucks. These do come from Spain. These trucks, they do come in a whole bunch of different sizes, anywhere from 26 all the way up to 100 millimeters. The 50 through 100 come with the little plastic tube spacers. I'll show you what that looks like. This is what those little plastic tube spacers are right here, and that's just to reinforce the axle from breaking, almost immediately. So these ones are 70 millimeters, and the prices, they're going to be between $45 and $56. So these ones, they do come with the wheel spacers that you do need for them. My thoughts on these trucks, I like them. However, they're very loose. If you like looser trucks, then yeah, go for it. But they're really loose, and at least for me, it was really hard to get them to tighten them any amount. And they're really light, so I was feeling like I was gonna snap it if I kept going, so I didn't do that. So I just found a comfortable looseness, and that's how I've been using them. Another thing is the axles, they do stick out a little bit, but they do come with the wheel spacers that you need, so that way they sit flush with the wheel. And these trucks, they are gonna be on the lighter side, and when I say lighter side, I mean they are very, very light. So these are my go-to trucks whenever I need something. Whenever I need a truck wider than 36, I definitely get a set of caramel trucks. Actually, I think I use them for 35s. 35 millimeter or wider than 36, I'll use caramel trucks. And I like the little candy engraving. Next are going to be these Kraken trucks. These are made in Mexico. These trucks, they're going to run about $50, or you can spend another $10 and you get this cool little plaque. However, I'm not sure if that plaque is still available. The sizes on these are going to be 32, 34, and 36 millimeters. And they do come in silver and gold, if I remember correctly. There may have been a 30 millimeter truck as well. I don't remember. I'm doing all this off the top of my head. When it comes to these ones, the base plates, they look pretty standard. However, the shape of them is what makes them very unique. So they are going to be a very, I guess, boxy or maybe a sharp looking hanger. You don't really feel it, I guess, like when you're locking into a grind. The weight on these ones, they're a little bit on the heavier side, but not quite heavy, I would say. And my thoughts after using them for a while, I like them. I think they're great. The only issue I've had with these ones is after a while they started just automatically loosening up quite a bit. I don't know if it's just the bushings that are on here, but I can tighten it and then maybe 10 minutes later it's already back to like this looseness. So that might be something to think about if you're deciding to pick up a set of these Kraken trucks. Like I said, they do feel very nice, and if you're already riding, I would say, closer to a looser truck, then these ones will be solid. You ain't got to worry about them loosening up. Someone who likes like the medium tight feel, it's super different from what I normally use. So up next are going to be these Cali trucks. They're made here in America, but as you can tell, these are plastic trucks. So what that gives is a very light truck as well. The weight on these ones, they're about the same as caramel. However, these ones sit up so much higher than pretty much any other truck. But these ones, they are $35. They come in 34 millimeters and a whole bunch of different colors. And if he hasn't shown a color that you like, definitely send him a message. He might be able to make that color for you. That's how I got these purple ones. He didn't show a purple one. I asked, hey, can you make them in purple? He's like, oh yeah, I got you. So yeah, got some custom purple plastic trucks. Something I like about these trucks is they are very, very quiet. Nugget break. So up next, they're not a truck company, I guess, as of right now. However, I did want to include these because I think you can still find them on certain websites, or if people are having like some sort of FB sale, whatever. It's going to be these Vortex base plates. I think she eventually started making hangers, but I'm not 100% sure. However, I do only have the base plates. The base plates, they're made in New Zealand, and they do come in a variety of colors. But do pay attention to which version that you have, because the V1 is what you would use with the Y-Trucks hangers and China hangers. And then the V2s worked with pretty much everything else. Back then, that was the only way I was using these Y-Trucks, was getting rid of the base plates, getting rid of the hardware, because I wasn't having it. So yeah, technically not a truck, but I do see them floating around, so yeah, the more you know. Moving on with just the base plates, we have what I think are the best base plates, which are going to be Blossom base plates. These are going to be a titanium base plate. They're designed to work with dynamic hangers, however, they do fit just about any other hanger here. Some they do fit better than others, like they don't work too well with the wide trucks hangers or the caramel hangers, but I have thrown every other hanger on these base plates and they fit just fine. They sat, depending on the truck a little one way or the other, but they still fit and didn't like wiggle or nothing. They fit just fine. So these are made in the United States. As of right now, he is not making any hangers, but maybe that'll change in the future. They're $20 without any hardware, $25 with the hardware, which by the way, you do get silver if you want the awesome colored hardware. Another $5, $6, but they do come in a variety of colors. And these Blossom base plates with the BRT hangers, that is like my favorite truck to use. This is what I use the most. So up next are going to be Dynamic. I don't know what I can say, what hasn't already been said, but these do come in a bunch of different colors, anywhere from 26 to 36 millimeters wide. Their prices are going to be between about $40 and $50, and they do come their standard, which is going to be inverted, or the special editions, which is going to be a regular kingpin. These are made in the United States, and I think these are like the only trucks that I like the standard bushings. I like these standard bushings. Everyone else, I do throw some level up bushings on them, but these ones, just solid. They do fit level up bushings, so that is a plus, but yeah, they don't even need them. Just if you want a truck without any kind of like tinkering, without any kind of having to get like extra bits and pieces, Dynamic trucks. The accessibility on these trucks, fantastic. You can get them directly from Dynamic's website, or other shops will have them, like Famous, Chems, I think Katha over in Germany has them, Six Skates in Canada, someone in South America that I cannot remember at all right now. The name is totally escaping me. Skull in the UK carries Dynamics. Point being, you can get them just about anywhere, which fantastic. And last but not least, at least in my opinion, is going to be the golden standard when it comes to trucks. It's going to be the Black River truck. These ones, they do come in 29, 32, 34, and now 36. And they do come in quite a few colors. These trucks are what I've used the most. I don't know, to me, they work pretty much with any board as far as like the position that the hangers sit in. They're just solid, all around solid truck. These trucks, they're gonna range between 60 and 70 bucks. These are made in Germany. However, you don't have to just get them from Germany. A whole bunch of other places have these. So the accessibility on these ones, fantastic. And the places where you can get these, you can also, for the most part, get level up bushings, which is exactly how I like these Black River trucks, with level up bushings. And that, I guess that's about it when it comes to these trucks, at least when I kind of lightly touch on them. Probably more like if I were to like break it down, which I can only keep y'all's attention for so long, so I'm not gonna, drag this out to be a really long kind of video, even though I think it's probably gonna be running up there. Anyways, there's a whole bunch of different trucks out there in the market right now. A lot of them very, very solid. That was these 14 or 15, if you want to look at it that way, different fingerboard trucks. There's probably a whole bunch out there. I know of at least one that hasn't released yet, and I guess I'll check those out when the time comes. I don't know. I guess that's it. My Instagram will be down in the description below. Give me a follow. I do post some fingerboarding every now and then. That'll do it for this video. Take it easy. Have a good one.